which means that 8 out of 10 guys you meet on a dating app will call us a slut for rejecting them. So that's nice. Summer's almost here. Next week, summer kicks off. I know it's hard for your body to recognize the change in temperature in this new hellscape we call reality. But, it's a fun time of year, right? We're trading in cuffing season for chafing season. Swapping our Bucky's bodies with beach bodies. I wrote that and I was like, I don't think I know what a Bucky's body is, but I can only assume it's one that survives solely on corn nuts, Dippin' Dots, flavored jerky, and gasoline. Or it can also be like any of the bodies you find in the trunks of the Hill Country people that drive through Bucky's. Right? For shipping on Hill Country people. But yeah, a lot has happened since our last episode last month, and I say that so often that should be our show tagline. But we saw the uproar from mostly conservatives over late night host Samantha Bee calling Ivanka Trump a feckless cunt, which honestly I think that was a huge mistake for her to not also call Jared Kushner a cunt. We're fighting for gender equality here, guys. It's 2018. A man can be a cunt too. So, the reason that Sam B rightfully called Ivanka a cunt was because Ivanka is just sitting by, taking selfies with her baby as her father's administration enforces this horrible policy that is ripping children, immigrant children, from the hands of their parents, literally ripping, like someone was breastfeeding their child and had their child taken away. And it's, let me tell you, this is fucking stupid. It is awful policy. It is not a law. It is just something that they're enforcing. ICE agents are enforcing it here in Texas. And there's just no reason for it. It's not solving any problem. And there's nothing funny about it. So you're probably wondering, why is she talking about this in her monologue? Is she going to have a lighthearted take on this? No. It's if you haven't been watching the footage or hearing the stories of these prison-like shelters where these children are being put, it is, let me just recap it for you. It is fucking terrible. It is completely awful. There's nothing funny about it, which is why I fired my intern who is just a groom with a wig on and glasses due to budget cuts for writing jokes at the expense of this policy. And I was like, this is not funny. But just to prove how unfunny it is, I've got some really terrible jokes. The broom was fired for this. All right, number 1. Teens having sex under your roof right now are all like, yeah, I'd love some time away from my dad's dumb jokes. Nope, not good. Nope, and Father's Day is Sunday, you spoiled fucking brat. All right, this is joke attempt number 2. Ted Cruz's young daughter who hates him and didn't want to hug him that one time on TV is like, where do I sign up? Nuh-uh, still not great, even though Ted Cruz fucking defended the policy. That fucking rat bastard. Joke number 3, I wish it was 2011, Obama was president, and families were just getting separated at Borders bookstores because I always got lost in there. No, not true. I love that, to be real, and I love Obama and Borders, but not good. Nothing funny about it. Ooh, what's a nice thing? Gay Pride Month kicked off this month, which is, you can clap for that. I murdered Ted Cruz before this. Gay Pride Month kicked off, which is when we celebrate the people in the LGBTQI plus community, which we should be doing all year round, but whatever. And we also recognize the Stonewall riots that happened in 1969 in Manhattan. It's just, so it's Gay Pride Month, and also a fun way to celebrate was when the Supreme Court was like, hey, let's just let those Colorado bakers have their way. I don't know if you were following the story, but there were bakers in Colorado who refused to make a wedding cake for a same-sex couple. So they got their way, and I just, fun little way to celebrate Gay Pride. Maybe I'm ignorant about ignorance, but I don't know how people are still having a problem with gay marriage. There's still people out there that are like, ooh, gay marriage, what's next? You're going to want to marry your dog? Hell yeah! Amazing! I fucking love my dog, and he's obsessed with me. He ended on me, and I would love to marry him so I can get his sick ass on my health insurance. It's expensive. And I'm not comparing marrying my dog to gay marriage. I know for a fact that the latter have much better sex than both dogs and straights. But it's just really hard to like follow that thought process, thinking that gay marriage is a gateway drug to bestiality from a category of people within sort of the same religion that only a few months ago had a commitment ceremony to marry their AR-15 rifles while wearing crown bullets. How do you consummate that? Like, what does that honeymoon look like? But you know, as they say, guns don't kill people, guns marry people. Also, guns kill people. So before we start our show, I just want to thank our lovely sponsor, Spun Ice Cream. One of the co-founders, Ashley, is here tonight.